Have you ever pondered about the man behind the famous Pythagorean theorem? Let's pull back the curtain on the life of Pythagoras, an ancient Greek philosopher and mathematician. Born around 570 BC in Samos, an island in the eastern Aegean Sea, Pythagoras was evidently fascinated by numbers from an early age. His quest for knowledge was insatiable. This led him to the discovery of the Pythagorean theorem, a fundamental principle in geometry that we still use today. But did you know that his path to this discovery was not a straight line? It was a journey that took him to the ancient lands of Egypt and Babylon. There, he sought the wisdom of the mathematicians and astronomers of these ancient civilizations, expanding his knowledge base and paving the way for his groundbreaking discovery. Pythagoras was not just a mathematician, but also a traveler and a seeker of knowledge. Indeed, Pythagoras was not just a mathematician, but a traveler and a seeker of knowledge. You might now wonder, what is so special about this Pythagorean theorem? Well, it's not just a random mathematical fact that Pythagoras stumbled upon. It's a fundamental principle that revolutionized the field of geometry and continues to play a pivotal role in our understanding of space and shape to this day. Imagine a right-angled triangle. The longest side, the one opposite the right angle, is called the hypotenuse. Pythagoras discovered that if you square the length of the hypotenuse, you get a number that's equal to the sum of the squares of the lengths of the other two sides. This may sound simple, but it's anything but. This theorem, this relationship between the lengths of the sides of a right-angled triangle, is the cornerstone of trigonometry. It's a tool that architects use to design buildings, that engineers use to build bridges, and that astronauts use to navigate through space. It's a truth that exists regardless of culture, language, time, or place. It's a universal language that speaks to the underlying order and harmony of the universe. But Pythagoras' genius didn't stop at geometry. He also made significant contributions to the field of music theory. Pythagoras is credited with discovering the mathematical relationship between different musical notes. He found that the ratios of the lengths of strings producing harmonious sounds are always whole numbers. This discovery, known as the Pythagorean tuning, is the basis of much of our understanding of music and sound. It's why we have scales, why we have chords, and why music has the power to move us in profound ways. So you see, Pythagoras' theorem isn't just a piece of mathematical trivia. It's a testament to the power of human curiosity and the beauty of discovery. It's a reminder that mathematics isn't just about numbers and equations, but about patterns and relationships. Thus, Pythagoras' contributions extend beyond geometry and into the realm of music, proving his multi-dimensional genius. So, how does Pythagoras' work influence us today? Let's dive right in. The Pythagorean theorem, a fundamental principle of geometry, plays a crucial role in modern life. Construction workers use it to ensure buildings are structurally sound and perfectly square. Navigators employ it to plot the straightest, most efficient courses. And in the digital realm, computer graphics experts utilize the theorem to render realistic 3D images. But Pythagoras' influence goes beyond this famous theorem. His work laid the groundwork for many mathematical concepts that we use today. The concept of numbers, for instance, owes much to Pythagoras and his followers. They were the first to understand numbers as abstract entities separate from physical objects. The theory of proportions, another cornerstone of modern mathematics, also has roots in Pythagorean thought. And let's not forget the discovery of irrational numbers, a revelation that forever changed our understanding of the numerical world. From the buildings we live in to the music we listen to, Pythagoras' legacy lives on in our everyday lives. But who was Pythagoras, the man behind the theorem, you might ask? Picture an ancient Greek scholar, a philosopher, a mathematician, a man of many passions and pursuits. Pythagoras embarked on a journey that took him beyond the borders of his homeland, seeking wisdom from the sages of Egypt and the mystics of the East. Returning to Greece, he established a school that placed mathematics at the heart of its teachings. He believed in the transmigration of souls and saw numbers as divine entities with mystical properties. For Pythagoras, the universe was a cosmic symphony of numbers, an interplay of mathematical harmony. This man's life was as complex as the mathematical principles he explored. He was not just a scholar, but a philosopher, a musician, and above all, a seeker of truth. Pythagoras, a man shrouded in mystery, left behind a legacy that continues to shape our understanding of the world. He was not just a mathematician, but a philosopher, a musician, and above all, a seeker of truth.